So Danny Flex here for Seconds Out with unified super lightweight champion of the world, of course, Josh Taylor. Josh, how are you getting on in lockdown?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. To be honest, yeah, pretty bored. Obviously pretty bored, but no, all right, really. I'm still training. I'm still sort of doing bits and bobs, keeping myself busy with sort of training. I got a bag hung up in the garage yesterday, so since I've had that, I've been doing sessions in there and in the garden. Um, Also had keys to the gym as well at Lock End with Terry, so I've been going in there and keeping fit and stuff. So I'm still training, still keeping fit, and just sort of doing bits and bobs, like sort of at home and that stuff, and that's it really. There's not much else you can do, but that's it. And we've fired through some amount of TV series on Netflix and all that sort of stuff. So yeah.
What have you been watching? Give some tips to people out there because we're all bored too.
Well, we're watching Outlander at the minute on Amazon, which is pretty good. We're watching that, which is all right. Watched Frontier. Obviously, we finished Power, so we've done a fair bit of binge watching. So we're looking for some new stuff to get on. Have you got any recommendations?
I'm watching Mad Men again at the moment, just going through the whole lot because I think it's coming off Netflix next month.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what I watched before that. I watch everything. Have you ever seen Glow?
No, I've not seen that.
So
No.
it's a bit weird, but it's about kind of ladies wrestling in the 80s.
All right.
It's not like a documentary or anything. It's like an acted thing, but
Yeah.
like their lives and stuff and how they got on TV and in a man's world and all that. It's a lot better than it sounds. I don't think I'm doing
Yeah,
it
you're not
justice.
selling it.
But
You're
yeah,
not selling it to me, like.
nah. I'll have a think. I'll come up with something better. Um, when all this stuff happened, it's come at obviously a bad time for everyone. It's not good for anyone, but for you particularly, it's not great because you had a fight scheduled for a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah.
How long before it all happened did you realise it wasn't going to take place on that date?
Well, we were in Vegas, and I sort of knew then. I sort of knew when I was going out to Vegas it was probably not going to happen. But obviously, I got it confirmed when I was in Vegas with Billy Joe and stuff. So it was a bit of a kick in the teeth, but I kind of knew it was coming anyway. So I was just sort of it was just good to sort of get closure rather than training, hoping for it, and waiting to see what's happening. As soon as we got the like it's lockdown basically, it was like, right, well, we know it's not happening, so let's go home. It would kick in the teeth obviously because I had a massive year planned for myself this year. Obviously to do this mandatory against Apinun Khongsong and then get him out of the way, and then hopefully chase a fight with Ramirez. Hopefully get that Ramirez fight. Hopefully make that materialise, and then maybe try and squeeze one more fight in by the end of the year. But that would maybe be highly unlikely as well. But I was looking to be busy this year and have some real good fights. Become undisputed world champion, which it's not looking like it's going to happen this year now.
What's the latest you're hearing in terms of rescheduling the Khongsong fight?
Do you know what? I haven't heard much at all. I've just heard that it's getting rescheduled. I've not heard any dates or any rough dates even. So I've not heard nothing at all really, Danny. To be honest, it's pretty crap at the minute.
You mentioned going out to Vegas with new trainer, obviously Ben Davison.
Yeah.
How much time did you actually get to work together before all this happened? Because it's obviously a fresh relationship, and you want to spend as much time together as possible.
Yeah. No, we had a good. I don't know, but I went over to a good few months together anyway. Because I went over to Dubai on January, to sort of have a trial with him. Then I come back, and then I went and had another week in Manchester with him, and then I come back home for a week to get some things sorted at home and stuff with the house, and then got straight back down into Manchester and started training away with Ben, and so it's been a good couple of months, So it's been good. It was going well. We were really starting to gel together. We're learning all the time and new moves, and we're starting to sort of work how each other, learn how each other click and work. So yeah, it was good. But it's frustrating. This time's even more frustrating now because I'm in Scotland and he's in London, so it's not as if I can pop down and go and train tick over with him because we're supposed to be doing social distancing.
Oh yeah, London and Scotland's definitely social distancing, isn't it?
Yeah, and obviously I don't even think there'll be any hotels open or nothing at the minute, is there?
No, I don't think so. Well, I don't know for sure, but
It's it's pretty shit because I could have been using this time to go down there, train with them, and work on things and get more flowing and get ready, and do you know what I mean? And get to know each other a bit better, but we can't do it, so it's a bit of a pain in the backside. So, but you just have to roll with the punches, and you just have to take it as it comes, take each day as it comes.
when you were looking for a trainer, obviously we know you had a trial with Adam Booth, and I'm sure you had other offers as well. What was it about Ben Davison that stood out to you and made him the right man?
Well, I sort of thought of Ben first because I see the work he was doing with Tyson Fury. The way he done it and the way they were training, and also Billy Joe Saunders because he's southpaw as well, and kind of similar kind of style to me, like sort of fast combinations, fast punching, good feet work, good head movement. I felt that would be great for my style. I was watching them the way they did things on the pads, and I thought that would be great as well. It wouldn't be too much different from what I'm kind of used to. And as soon as we had the first couple of sessions together, we just clicked, and I thought, right, yes, always go with your gut instinct, and straight away I knew that Ben was going to be the coach for me. But a really, really good coach, awesome coach. His knowledge of the game is unbelievable. His breakdown of things, he's very analytical, and he breaks everything down to the bare basics, and builds you back up again. And it's amazing. We've been doing really well, and I was really enjoying it up until I had to come home. So yeah, it's a bit of a pain in the backside because we're making real good progress together.
You mentioned your new stablemate, Billy Joe Saunders there. I have to ask you about the aeroplane. Has that story been exaggerated, or was the prank thing true?
Yeah, it's exaggerated a little bit. Yeah, it's exaggerated a little bit. It was a bit of a pain in the backside as well because we didn't get allowed to go on the phone, on the plane. Sorry, we weren't allowed to go on the plane, so we had to wait like 10 hours to get on the next flight. So we had to go back home to the house that we were staying in, and go for a little sleep, and then come back, and then we got home. So it wasn't too bad. It was all right.
Did you call him up raging?
Sorry.
Did you call him up raging about it?
No, I was laughing a little bit, to be honest. There's nothing you could do about it anyway. So I just went and got some earphones and listened to some music. Went to bed for a while, and came back in the morning. So yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Any plans for revenge? Have you got a prank side yourself?
Yeah, we'll get somewhere. We'll give it time. We'll give away my game plan. I've got plenty of time to get them back.
Oh, that's brilliant. You mentioned Jose Ramirez earlier. That was obviously the plan for the end of the year. We don't know if that's still going to fit in or not, but he's had his own fight, of course, with Victor Postol, postponed twice now. Yeah. Is he still the main target, or are you looking around at other options?
Well, obviously he's the main target, yeah, because he's got the other two belts, and I want to become undisputed world champion. That's a big goal of mine. So if I'm going to have to get this mandatory out of the way first, I have to do that no matter what. So I have to do that first, and then so I'll be focusing all my attention on him first. So I'll not even be thinking about Postol or Ramirez. So after I get the fight over and done with, then I'll start thinking about it. But yeah, that is the target. I want to become undisputed champion. So whoever comes through that fight between Postol and Ramirez, then that's the fight I want to go for next. So that's the short-term targets. Yeah.
There's been talk too further down the line, especially now you're aligned with Top Rank, of a fight up at welterweight with Terence Crawford, of course. Is that something that kind of gets your juices flowing? He's one of the pound-for-pound contenders.
Yeah, of course. Terence Crawford's some fighter. He's amazing. I think he's the best pound-for-pound fighter on the planet at the minute, and I think I'm pretty good myself. So yeah. I think
so do we.
I don't care what anybody else thinks. I think if I was in the opposite corner of him, then I can be the man to beat him. I think I could be the man to beat him. So you ask any fighter at the top of their game, and they'll say the same thing. Any fighter that's in that opposite corner, they're winning no matter who it is. So I believe if I get that chance, I believe I can more than hold my own and pull off the upset, because it would be an upset if I was to beat him. So yeah, definitely, I think I'm more than capable of doing it. But that's in the future. That's in the future, and I want to get rid of all this business I've got at 140 first, and then maybe think about moving up.
How comfortable, if that's even the right word, do you find it making 140 at the moment?
Actually, pretty comfortable, to be fair. Actually, the last 2 fights I've had has been the easiest I've ever made weight. I know there was obviously the confusion with the Baranchek fight on the stage and the scales flickering and all that stuff, but they gave me 2 hours to go ahead and make weight. I'd done it in 10 minutes. So it showed if I was dry and struggling at the make the weight, I'd be needing that 2 minutes to get about half a kilo off, I think it was. Because what happened was when I stood on the scales, obviously it says, right, you've made weight. So I come off and I took a big, like half a litre of water in.
Yeah.
And, you've overweight, blah, blah, blah. So I had to stand on the scales again. I've been half a kilo over or whatever. So you got the 2 hours to go ahead and make weight. So I done it in 10 minutes. All I did was put on a tracksuit. An extra tracksuit was what I had on, and skipped for 10 minutes. And that was me. Done. Easy. So if I was struggling at the weight, I'd probably need that 2 hours to get that back off, because I'd be dry, I'd be dehydrated, the skin would be holding on to everything, the body would be holding on to all the fluids. But no, I'm making the weight pretty easy, pretty comfortable, and I'm strong, and I'm flying it at the minute. So that's why I'm not in any rush, or in a rush to say, right, I'm going up to 147 next, because it's not a struggle for me to make. But obviously it is a struggle. Every fighter has a battles to make weight. It is hard to make weight, but I'm not killing myself to make the weight. I'm making it really comfortable, and I'm strong in it, and I'm flying it at the minute. So that's why I'm not in a rush to say I'm going to jump up to 147, because I'm doing it no problem. And I'm going to have my titles, do a couple of voluntaries, or do another mandatory, and then move up. See how it goes. I'm not in a rush.
And before I let you go, I just want to ask you quickly about the new hairstyle. Is it a maintenance thing? You're in lockdown. It's just easier to keep it short.
Well, the thing is, my girlfriend's actually a hairdresser, so I could have had her to do it as well. But I just done it for Instagram, just for something to do, and I got a lot of people actually messaging me and taking pictures of themselves. They'd done it after I'd done it and stuff, so it was just a wee bit of a
trendsetter.
Yeah, I laugh and I carry on. Sort of upside down head. My hair's got short, my beard's got long, where it's usually the other way about. My beard's short, my hair's long. But so it was just a wee bit of a carry on and something to do, really.
Brilliant. Well, really appreciate your time. Can't wait to catch up in person when all this is over. And
no worries, Dan.
Yeah, stay safe, and I can't wait to see you back in the ring.
Andrew, cheers, mate. See you soon. Cheers, mate. Thank you. Bye-bye.